Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a full face of all affordable makeup. The most expensive thing that I'll be using today is $12. Everything else is less than that. I did a little shopping trip. Everything that I'm using can be purchased at Ulta. I will leave it all linked down below. I believe this was a requested video. I've had a request to do a couple of full face videos, affordable makeup, two-faced, so I'll be doing all of those. Today we're doing affordable makeup, $12 or less. I'm really excited about it. All this makeup is cruelty free, and I'm even using Morphe sponges and brushes. This is a bunch of Morphe brushes from a bunch of different sets, but we're just gonna roll with it. I am at a bit of a different angle just because I have a mirror. It lights up. And I have my box of new products over here that we are going to try out. So I think a couple of these I've tried before. The vast majority are all brand new. We're gonna do a little full face, and then I'm going to, at the end of the month, I'm going to do like speed reviews for hits and misses, products that I've used in my weekly makeup basket, products that I've used throughout the month. So anything that stands out, be it good or bad, from today's makeup, I will be talking about in that speed review video. I had a lot of people talk about the Shop My Stash video. They really liked it. They wanted me to do more. They wanted me to do it every week. I don't want to do it every week because a weekly bit video is just a little too much since I only do 2 videos a week. I had toyed around with the idea of going to a bi-weekly makeup basket, but instead of that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one video every couple months of just like a shop my stash video, and then at the end of every month I'll do a video of speed reviews of the products that I use in my weekly makeup basket that month, and then any other products that I happen to try. So that's my plan. Let me know down below if you guys have any other requests or anything like that. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more of me, or if the speed review videos sound good to you. So you can get more in-depth reviews on the really good and really bad products of this at the end of the month when I do that video. We're gonna go ahead and start out though. I have hair clips in my hair. I kind of curled it. Who knows what we're doing today. So all of this makeup is cruelty free. It's all affordable, $12 or less. The primer that I picked up, this is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer in Universal Sheer. This is an $8 primer. I have the regular, the Poreless Putty Primer. I have, I think, 2 of those. I probably could have just used one of those, but I really wanted to try this new one. It's like stark white. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go with it. Oh, that's not as thick. That's a lot. That's not as thick as the regular putty primer, which is not what I was expecting. I'm gonna move my hair back. It's much more like flexible. Like, I don't even know, I'm completely blanking on what the appropriate terminology for that would be, but it's much easier to blend. It's much smoother. It's just not as thick. I like that. I'm probably using way too much now. I was not expecting that texture because I was expecting it to be just like the Poreless Putty Primer, especially because it's matte. That is awesome. I could definitely get on board with that being matte. I could. I'm going to use this. This is one of the only products that I've already used that this is like a repurchase for me. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer. I have no idea if this is my shade or not. I was much more tanned. I had self-tanned when I purchased this stuff. My tan has worn off. I have not redone it. I have no idea if this is going to work for me, but this is in the shade 01A, which is creamy nude. So this is the foundation and concealer. I don't really use this as a concealer. I really just use it as foundation, and then I use a concealer over it. But I've used this before. I've used it up. I really liked it. This is only $9.99, so I figured that would be like a good price point. You know what I mean? So I'm using a Morphe sponge to dab this on. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. There's my hair. I have too much of it. Okay, so this shade actually looks like it's pretty good for me. Like, it's not, there's not a huge difference. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but in person, there's not like a ridiculous difference. This is really nice though. It's like a nice, oh god, there's more hair. It's like a medium-ish to full coverage foundation. And it almost has like a dewy-ish look on the skin. Maybe a satin finish, maybe. But we're gonna go for like a matte look today. I don't know why. That's just what we're doing. That's just the products that I got are all like matte based. But I like this. It took about 3 pumps to get a full face, including blending down the neck, which I think is pretty good. You can still see like a little bit of like my real skin underneath it, which I'm not mad at. I really like that though. And like I said, I've used this before. I've used up the entire thing. This is a repurchase. Definitely a good foundation for me. And at 10 bucks a bottle, you can't beat that. For concealer, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I got the shade 110, which is Nude Ivory. This is $8.99 for a tube, which is not a bad price. And I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. That actually also looks like a good shade match. Obviously, picked up all this stuff online, and I'm not mad at that. Like, that actually looks pretty decent. So I'm just gonna put that around my face. I have no idea how this background is. This is absolutely horrible. I'm gonna use the upper tip part of that Morphe sponge to kind of blend that in. I like that, I really do. That provides like a really good brightness under the eyes and everywhere else that I put it, but it also covers up my dark circles, which, that's what I'm looking for. That's really nice. Okay, I can totally get on board with that. So for powder, I ended up picking up a loose powder. I have a love-hate relationship with loose powders. This one is from Flower Beauty. This is the Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. This powder is $10.99. I hate the packaging of it. I'm gonna say this right now. It's so ridiculously large, but it is what it is. This is a translucent finishing powder. I don't know if I said that already. I don't even know how you're supposed to get this monster open. Oh, it's just the whole thing lifts off? The whole... Oh, well that's nice. It comes with a little powder puff. That's cute. And I'm just gonna try to like lightly buff that on. Ooh. Okay, so that definitely causes the foundation to kind of mattify down. I will admit I did not have such high hopes for this, but that actually looks really nice. And this, honestly, I will say, as much as I don't like the packaging of this, because of how large it is, what is happening? Because of how large it is, and you've got such a big area to put the powder in, it really is virtually mess-free, which is a big deal for me and loose powders. I hate them because they're so messy, but that actually worked really nicely. I'm gonna put the puff back in there too. I liked that, I did. For bronzer, I picked up this Milani bronzer. This is the Sun-Kissed, oh, this is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in Sun-Kissed. So it's really nice. This is $9.99, which I feel like it's a pretty decent price, especially for how much product you get. And it does look to be, it's kind of like on the verge of being grayish, orangish toned. So hopefully this works for me. I just need to find a brush. I'm gonna use this as the Morphe E4. This might be a bad brush to use because it's really large, but we're just gonna go for it. My clip is not holding my hair back as it's supposed to, and that's really bothering me. This is definitely not the right brush for my nose, but we're going for it. I like that. It's very simple. It's very understated. It's not like bam in your face contour, but I do like that. I think that's pretty nice. For blush, I picked up a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. This is in the shade Between the Sheets. These blushes are $8. It's a cream to powder formula. I have used several of these. I own a lot of these. They're so good. And this one is just a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm going to try to apply it with the Morphe E48. I don't, like, this is not, I would not recommend this, but that's what we're going to do. I probably should have swapped out these brushes. Used this one for the contour and the other one for the blush, but it's too late for that now. So these brushes are really nice to work with. I do find that if you use just your fingers, they become a little bit more pigmented, but because this blush is so dark and I'm not really going for like a super, I'm going for like kind of a more natural springish time look, I definitely don't want a ton of pigment. Oh my god, I really like that actually. I'm having to go in quite a bit to build it up with the brush because like I said, these work a lot better if you use your fingers. But I think that's really pretty and it is really easy to build. Well, I'm in love with that for sure. That's really gorgeous, genuinely. For highlight, I picked up the Essence, a Pure Nude highlight. This is in 10 Be My Highlight. I'm just gonna grab another Jeffree Star and Morphe brush. And ooh, that's powdery with a lot of kickback. Okay. So this is supposed to be pure nude, not supposed to be very bam in your face. I personally really like, god, that is a lot of kickback. I personally really like the highlights that are like bam in your face, but we're going for a subdued springtime look today. So we're gonna stick with this one. That is, I mean, genuinely, there's a lot of kickback there and I don't like that. I've noticed though that the products that I get the most kickback with are definitely the highlights, which I'm not entirely sure why. That just tends to be how it works. And I do wish, like, it really is. It's a very light, almost sheer highlight. Like I can kind of see, you can almost see like where the highlight is. You can almost see like my freckles popping up underneath it, which, nah. So I zoomed you guys in because I'm going to start to do my eyes. I am really liking the makeup. as a whole right now. This is the Sleek Life Proof 12-Hour Wear Kohl Eyeliner in Blackmail. I don't know anything about Sleek. I've never really used Sleek, but I'm going to put this in my waterline and we're going to hope that it goes okay. I don't want it super thick, so I'm literally trying to do just like the lowest tempered line I can. That actually, like, that glides on so smoothly, and I'm really hoping that it stays that way. The Sleek eyeliner is $6.99, by the way, which is pretty decent for a liner, but there are cheaper ones that work just as well. For my eye primer, I'm going to try out the e.l.f. Putty Primer in white. This is the Putty Eye Primer. I'm actually really excited about this. It's $5. This was originally released at Ulta. I put it on my wish list because I really wanted to try it out. I'm a sucker for eye primers. I love e.l.f. eye primers. It's just so good. So I'm going to use a little like concealer brush and try to put some on my eyes that way. I'm just gonna brush it on. I want like a really thin layer, and my god, that is white. Give a haphazard layer, I guess. And then I'm gonna blend it out a little bit with my finger. Semi-stiff in the jar, very similar to the regular, like the Face Putty Primer, but like not as thick. It's like a nice in-between between the Poreless Putty Primer and then the Matte Putty Primer. But it's really easy to blend out. I actually really like that. I'm really excited to use this in other ways. For brows, I do natural brows, as you guys have to know by now. This is the ColourPop Brow Boss. This is the pencil in the shade Dark Brown. These pencils are only $6, and you've got the spoolie, and then you've got the actual pencil. It's really cute. It reminds me of Glossier. Glossier, glossy something. So I'm gonna try to like brush out my brows a little bit. I do go for really natural brows. It's just what I do. I don't like the over-the-top brows. I prefer a more natural look, and this is supposed to be a more like natural, springy time look is what I'm going for here. I'm just, oh, you guys, today, yesterday, this week, it's been something. Okay, so this is what the pencil looks like. It looks pretty nice, I will say. So let's put it on my eyebrows. Ooh, that's a really good color match for me too, I will say. And I'm gonna like fill in all of my eyebrows, but really focus on the parts with like sparse hair, just so it looks like I actually have like legit eyebrows. But I'm not really shaping them or anything. I'm not doing a whole lot to them because I really just like the natural brow. And my brow has no arch to it. I have no idea why. I have tried so hard to get that arch before, and I'm like embracing my real brows, you know, so I do trim them up a little bit and then I fill them in, but that's the extent of what I do with my brows. Like, that's all I care to do, because I do not have the patience for carving them out and trying to shape them and giving myself an arch that just isn't there. It goes on really, I'm really impressed with this because I have tried high-end brow pencils that are not quite this good. Okay, for eyeshadow, I picked up a palette, the Morphe 9C Oh My Gorge Artistry palette. These palettes is the most expensive thing that I purchased. This is $12. This is what the palette itself looks like. It's really beautiful. You have a lot of really gorgeous shades in there. I think that it would be really nice for spring. Also for fall, because you definitely have some more of those jewel tones that are always popular during the fall time, but I totally think you can make this work for spring. This is definitely something that I would wear because you've got these beautiful purples and like this really light pink. I think I'm gonna go for like an orange greenish look today. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna start with Headshot, and I'm gonna put Headshot in my upper crease. My crease. I only have one crease, I know. Start with Headshot, and I'm gonna do one eye on camera and then I'm gonna do the other one off just to save us some time here. So I have decent, semi-decent luck with Morphe. Some of their stuff is better than other of their stuff. The quality is kind of hit or miss, you know. If you're looking for something in this price range, I would highly recommend ColourPop. And I believe they're about the same price. The 9-pan palettes from ColourPop might be $15. I think they are 12 though. I think they're 12. I'm completely blanking. But their 9-pan palettes are really nice. And I tend to have really good luck with them. The Morphe ones are decent, but a little harder to work with. And they don't blend as well as the ColourPop ones do. But Morphe also has good palettes. It's really just kind of a hit or miss thing, if that makes sense. And I'm brushing the excess off. This is like a really old Sonia Kashuk shadow switcher thingy. I use it to brush the excess off so that I can blend a little bit better without having to grab like a full new brush, because I'm lazy. And the less brushes that I use, the less I have to wash. I go into Pose right here. I've started to kind of get into the habit of doing my my eye makeup before I do my face makeup, and it's really awkward for me though because I really like to have like my face done. Otherwise my eyes just, it always looks bizarre to me until I have my face done, and I can't get over like that mental mind block. But it makes doing my eyes a lot easier because then any fallout or anything, and you can just kind of fix it yourself without having to mess up your face makeup. Do you know what I mean? I'm like in a constant battle between like which is the best way, and it really just depends on what I'm trying to do that day. If I'm trying to do a really involved look, I definitely tend to go for doing my eyes first, but for something like this, it's a simple look, just doing a few shades, it's gonna work. I'm gonna take a little bit of the On Cam shade right here, and I'm gonna put that like out here. This is the Morphe M166 brush, if anybody cares. And I'm not going to link the brushes down below, but I will link all of the products that I'm using because these brushes all come from different sets, but they're all Morphe brushes. So the quality is about the same in each little thing. And Morphe brushes are okay. They're not horrible, but they're also not the best. Like you can get much better brushes, but they're pretty inexpensive and they do work. I just find that they shed quite a bit. So then I'm going to go into Hot Glam. I have no idea what this look is supposed to be. This is probably not a springtime look whatsoever. Ooh, yes, I love that. Look at that gold though. This is definitely more fall based, but screw it. I don't follow the seasons anyways. This is so bold. Like this is such a beautiful gold. I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to go into this filter shade, and I'm going to kind of use this just to lighten my edging, just to boom, kind of get it shaped how I want, like literally just a little bit. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it will make a little bit of one. And then I'm going to go into the Sachet shade, and I'm going to do that as a little brow highlight. I really hope I can remember what I've done so that I can replicate it on my other eye. Ideally, that's what would happen. And then I'm going to take a little teensy tiny brush, and I'm going to go into this Stretch shade right here, this beautiful green, and I'm going to put that underneath my lower lash line. Okay, I'll try to fix that. I'm going to go to my other eye really quick. We'll come back to that. I really like that, you guys. I really like that. I'm pretty proud of myself. So I'm keeping it semi-unblended around the edges just because I feel like it. I think that it looks nice, and I'm having a bitch of a time blending it around the edges, so we're just going with it. We're going with it. It's what we're doing. Okay. So I have the Essence. This is the super fine eyeliner pen in deep black. I'm going to use this. This is $2.99. Thank you. I'm literally just going to do like a black light. I'm not doing or anything. We're going to keep it very, very simple. Very simple. You know, I like this. This glided on like really nicely. And the tip is really nice because normally when I try to do like a thinner line up on my upper lash line, it ends up getting really thick and starts to bleed and everything. And this didn't do that because the tip is so pointed that it really was able to get like super duper close. So I actually really like that, and I will definitely keep using that. Let you know how I feel about that one. Okay, I'm going to do setting spray next because I always do setting spray before I do my mascara, and I always do my lips last. So setting spray comes before mascara and before lips. So I have the Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Fixing Spray. Prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes complexion. So this is the fixing spray. I honestly don't know like what the difference between a fixing spray and a setting spray is, but this does say on the back of it, lightweight and quick drying spray that can be used for setting makeup, as a primer, and as refreshment. So I'm going to use it for setting my makeup, obviously. The ones that say that you can use it as a primer and a setting spray always concern me, but here we are. And then this is 1.69 fluid ounces for $7.99, which isn't a great price if you compare like price per ounce, but it's decent. It might be actually. Ooh. I always drown myself in setting spray. I live in Arizona, I have to. I like that. It is a really fine mist. Like, it's a really nice mist that doesn't like drown you. This is the matte finish version. I really like that actually. For mascara, I grabbed an Essence mascara. Essence makes really good mascaras. The Lash Princess mascara is fantastic, and it's so super duper cheap. This mascara is $4.99. This is not the Lash Princess one. I decided to not get the Lash Princess one since I had used that multiple times in the past, so I already know that I like it and I already know it's a good mascara, but I do highly recommend that one. This is the False Lashes Mascara, Dramatic Volume Unlimited. This is in black, I guess. Like, I know, no, I know that it's black, but there's no like shade name on it. So the brush looks pretty nice. It looks interesting. It looks very simple and basic. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like this eye has no mascara on it, and this, like the lower lash line only does, and there is a huge difference. Huge. I will say, for a drugstore brand, Essence mascaras, and I will go to my grave saying this, drugstore mascaras, hands down, way better than high-end. I have a couple of high-end that I really like, but CoverGirl mascaras, Essence mascaras, if you're non-cruelty free, Maybelline makes really good mascaras too. That's what I used to use a lot before I switched to cruelty free, when I didn't have a ridiculous stash. But drugstore mascaras are where it's at. Like, high-end mascaras are a huge waste of money, especially because you have to replace them so frequently. And it's just like these, drugstore mascaras are so much better. And this one is really good. Like, genuinely, I'm so impressed with this. I was debating if I wanted to try out lashes on this look or not. Probably not, because I don't want to embarrass myself. But I really like this. Like, this is really great. Last but not least, we have our liquid lip. I ended up picking out a liquid lipstick. I just kind of gravitated towards it. This is a Morphe liquid lipstick. It's a matte shade in the shade Jealousy. I love this packaging. This like frosted, squared off packaging. I much prefer the squared packaging to the circle packaging because I can store it easier. But, so we're gonna go ahead and try this one on. I don't think I've ever used a Morphe liquid lip. I don't think. I have an uneven lip line, so it always takes me forever to try to get it even. Try to fake the even, and normally I can't fake it. I actually really like this, but I went a little too far under on the side to try to like make up for my uneven lip line. So we're gonna do some overline lips today, I guess. I'm gonna zoom you back just a little bit. I think you're still a little bit closer than last time, but this is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with it. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I think that the eyeshadow palette really just beautiful looks. It is a little bit more on the difficult side to blend, but it's not impossible. And I'm actually really happy with what I was able to make with that. All in all, I had a lot of things that I was really impressed with that I really want to use again, that I really want to try again. The ColourPop Super Shock Blush, I'm loving that. Like, genuinely, I'm loving that so much. I'm not loving this highlight. Like, you can kind of, it's there, you know, but I really do prefer like a more bam in your face and not just pure nude. Pure nude. Nah, I don't know. I'm not super in love with that, but the e.l.f. products I am adoring. Genuinely, both of the putty primers that I tried today, the matte one and the eye one, I love these and I cannot wait to use these more. These are definitely going to sneak into my makeup basket at some point because I'm going to play around with these a little bit. And I really do like this foundation, and this one, and the reason I picked this one, even though I have used it before, is because otherwise I would definitely want to turn this into like a 24-hour wear test. I don't have to. I already have had this, and I can tell you guys it lasts. It lasts throughout the AZ heat as long as you use enough setting spray. It does start to fade away, obviously, after probably around like 12 to 14 hours. Is about when it starts to break up on your skin. A little bit less if you're in the heat, but for the most part, it's a good, solid foundation pick. It's cruelty free, it's affordable, I love it. So, my full face of affordable makeup. And can I just give a shout out to this mascara and this eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner that I don't know where I put. I don't know where I put it, but the mascara, the liquid eyeliner, so amazing. I'm like, genuinely, I have everything stacked up on top of my mirror. I'm genuinely loving them. Like, I'm so, thank you. Okay, let me know down below what you guys think about this look. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these things or if you've tried any of these brands specifically. I'd be really interested to know because most of these I've tried before. I think I've tried something from Flower before, but I honestly don't remember, so this could be my first foray into that brand. I know that it's like Drew Barrymore's brand, but let me know what your favorite drugstore products are. Let me know if you have any full face requests that you'd like me to do. I will catch you guys next time. Have a good one.